Akatsuki no Yona, Episode 5, Twilight of the Immortal. The city of Tokyo is under siege. Above it, Oni 10, formerly known as Yashinokami, warps time and space with the samurai's blood. As he bends the very laws of reality, entire city blocks crumble and vanish into the ether. I fights valiantly to evacuate the civilians, but their numbers are dwindling and the sky itself is bleeding. The samurai knows what he has to do. Despite Ayami's pleas for him to come back down and join them, he disappears into the clouds alone. But even as he goes up against Onitanai, a flicker of humanity remains in the eyes of the monster. And the more the samurai fights to keep this last shred of hope alive, the more the Oni mask begins to fuse with his face. It's an agonizing process, but one that awakens something deep within his soul. What will the samurai do when he learns the truth of his bloodline? Will he be consumed by the darkness, or find a way to save Tokyo and maybe even Oni 10? Let's get started. We last saw the samurai as he was sucked up into the vortex of the Oni mask. And now we see him floating through a tunnel of swirling energy and shattered moonlight. His body is racked with pain, and the Oni mask is slowly fusing with his face, inching closer and closer to his eyes. But then, suddenly, everything stops. The mask freezes, and the samurai finds himself falling towards a giant, gaping maw filled with razor-sharp teeth. It's the Oni's face, except it's not just a face. It's a portal, a doorway into another realm. And as the samurai falls deeper and deeper into its abyss, the voice of the Oni booms behind him, mocking his every move. The voice laughs at the samurai's predicament, taunting him with promises of power beyond his wildest dreams. If only he would give in to the darkness within. But the samurai refuses to listen. He struggles to free himself from the grip of the mask, but the more he resists, the tighter the Oni's hold becomes. As the samurai plummets toward his apparent doom, he remembers Ayami's tearful pleas for him to come back down and join her. He remembers the weight of responsibility he carries as the last of the Komiwi clan, the last wielder of the Fang of Twilight. With a newfound determination, the samurai pushes back against the Oni's influence, drawing upon the strength of his bloodline and the love of his comrades to fuel his resistance. Just as the Oni's grasp threatens to crush him completely, the samurai breaks free. He shoots out of the portal like a rocket, bursting through the clouds and soaring high above the battlefield. The Oni's astonished roar echoes behind him as he ascends higher and higher into the sky, finally reaching the source of the disturbance. It's Ona 10, wreathed in the blood of the samurai and dozens of others, bending the city below them to his will. Buildings crumble, streets vanish, and terrified screams echo up to the heavens as the Oni god corrupts everything in sight. But the samurai is ready. He unleashes his ultimate attack, the Fang of Twilight, and hurtles toward Oni 10 with a battle cry that shakes the very foundations of reality. Now, back in the present, the samurai descends toward the rooftop where Ayam and the others await his return. But they aren't prepared for what they're about to see. The samurai is enveloped in the glow of the Fang of Twilight, and as he steps out of the light, they can see the difference. His skin is pale, almost translucent, revealing the intricate network of pathways that run through his body. These are the ley lines of the earth, the very essence of Tokyo's spiritual energy. Now flowing directly through the samurai, his eyes glow with an otherworldly light, and the Oni mask has disappeared, leaving only two small horns on his forehead as souvenirs. Suddenly, a huge explosion rocks the rooftop, sending debris flying everywhere. And when the dust settles, they see that Onitin has taken the form of a gigantic Oni. complete with horns, fangs, and a thick hide that looks like armor. He lets out a deafening roar and charges towards the samurai, who stands calmly waiting for his attack. Their eyes meet, and the samurai speaks, his voice echoing with power. He tells Oniten that he won't let him destroy Tokyo, that he won't let him hurt any more innocent people. Then he charges forward to meet Oniten's attack head-on. The resulting impact sends shockwaves rippling through the air, knocking IM and the others off their feet. They struggle to get up, but they can't help but stare in awe at what they're seeing. The samurai and Oniten are locked in a fierce battle, each strike sending tremors through the ground and shaking the very foundations of the city. The samurai moves with incredible speed and agility, dodging Oniten's massive attacks and finding openings in his opponent's defenses. He lashes out with powerful strikes of his own, each one imbued with the full force of the Fang of Twilight. Blood splatters everywhere as the samurai manages to pierce Oniten's hide and bring him down. But the Oni god is far from finished. He roars in pain and anger and unleashes a torrent of dark energy at the samurai, knocking him away and creating a huge crater in the rooftop. The samurai gets up, shaking off the dust and the blood, and prepares for his final assault. He focuses his energy and unleashes the full force of the Fang of Twilight, bathing the battlefield in a blinding light. When the dust settles, Oniten is gone. In his place is a single, the mask, cracked and broken. And then, as if awakening from a dream, the samurai feels the power of the Fang of Twilight ebbing away. He's mortal again, vulnerable, human, and as the Oni mask falls to the ground, the city cheers. Tokyo is safe, but the curse remains. The samurai's work here is done. So with a final glance at the cheering crowd, he melts into the throngs of people, unknown, unthanked, and most importantly, undying. He walks through the crowded streets, feeling the life force of the city coursing through him. People smile and wave at him, but he doesn't respond. He can't. He's trapped in his immortal prison, doomed to wander the earth for eternity. As he turns to leave Tokyo, he sees a young girl sitting in a nearby alleyway. She's holding something in her hands, and as he gets closer, he sees that it's a shard of the Oni mask. It's still glowing faintly, and the girl looks up at him with wide, curious eyes. The samurai hesitates, torn between his duty to protect humanity and his desire to find peace. But in the end, he decides to leave the city and the girl behind. He doesn't want to burden her with his curse, with the knowledge of what he is. As he walks away, he can feel the girl's gaze burning into his back. He doesn't know it, but she finds a way to activate the shard of the mask. And when she does, she unleashes a power that could change the world forever. The samurai continues on his way, alone and immortal. He doesn't know where he's going, but he doesn't care. He's lost all hope of finding peace, of ever escaping the curse that binds him to this world.